Hello, hello. It is the DE Diva, aka the Delaware blogger, coming to you with another episode of Podcasting Your Purpose. This is actually episode number 81, and I'm coming to you a little late in the day simply due to the fact that this Monday started out to be such a busy Monday. I actually had three new client discovery calls this morning. And at the end of this, I'm going to tell you how you can get on my calendar as well. But I had three discovery calls this morning, as well as just coming off of a weekend. I did some painting, some outside chores, a little bit tired from that. And of course, today was, I was watching the Remembering John Lewis. Yeah, he passed away last Friday. And this weekend, they've had so many tributes and so many different things going on. He is now lying in state, the Capitol now. So I was watching that. It was a beautiful, beautiful service. It just took me back to the days of being, in the church with my grandmom and, just going through so much. So it was a beautiful, beautiful ceremony. It just ended a few minutes ago. I'll probably catch some more of the highlights on the local news or the cable news networks later. But I wanted to pop in here today, and you will notice that usually on Mondays I do the top 10 of the weekend, podcasting questions, and then I post that on delblogger.com. But like I said, the weekend was so busy, I really only got to like 8 or 9, not even 8 questions. So I said, you know what, I'll do that probably tomorrow. But I wanted to do today's topic, which is pet podcast. That's right. Because I read that, Dennis Quaid, if you know him, he's an actor. He just started a podcast, or he's about to launch a podcast, a pet podcast. So I said, you know what? Let me ask you a question. So the first question is, are you a pet parent who can give tips, tricks, hacks on keeping your pet safe during like fireworks or firestorms, or even during, some of these peaceful yet noisy protests? Are you a pet parent that can recommend different types of foods that's good for a puppy, a middle-aged dog, an older dog? Do you recommend companies that send out products like Chewy.com? Are you a pet parent that can teach others how to keep a dog from biting people, from barking, how often you're supposed to wash them, bathe them, whatever? If you are a pet parent, whether it's a cat or a dog or a gerbil or a hamster, whatever the case may be, if you can answer any of these questions, then you should start a pet podcast. That's right. Like I said, Dennis Quaid is actually starting a pet podcast. And the cool thing about it is he's been acting for a while. And I looked up some of his movies that he starred in, and one of them was called A Dog's Purpose. So how ironic it is that he is now creating a pet podcast. So you can start a podcast just like Dennis Quaid, just like Michelle Obama's doing on Wednesday, just like Joe Biden, Don Lemon, Nick Cannon, Oprah Winfrey. There are so many people out there, and you don't even have to be a big name brand or never even acted a day in your life, because podcasting has leveled the playing field where you can literally start a podcast with just your phone and downloading the Anchor FM app. That's right, Anchor FM. I love Anchor FM. I've been on Anchor FM since 2017. And I love it. And it is such a great way to build onto your brand or expand your brand online with a podcast. So whether or not you're a pet parent that has cats, dogs, hamsters, mice, gerbils, even goldfish, if you've owned any of these pets, giraffes, whatever the case may be, and you have knowledge, this is a great way to share your knowledge with others. You can teach them how to take care of them, how to, walk them, wash them, whatever the case may be. And you can hook up with a local pet supply store, a pet shop, or even the SPCA. You can do that, and they may want to sponsor your podcast. Again, we're always talking about podcasting, sponsorship, and listenership, and that is a great way to expand and broaden your brand. If you've started a podcast and you're mentioning some of these companies that you use or these shops that you go to, let them know, and perhaps they will promote your podcast as well, increasing your listenership. Bingo, right? If you're a breeder or a horse, like if you work with horses, like one of the people that's one of the attendees of my Podcasting Your Purpose workshop before we went, solo now and from home, actually does events with horses on her farm. So that's a great way. And I can't wait for her to start her podcast as well. I'm going to shout her out as soon as she does it. But again, if you breed or if you show animals like at state farms, Delaware State Farm, they actually, I think the local annual state farm here in Delaware has started. So if you know about sheep and cows and ducks and pigs, that is also another great way to share content with others using your voice and visually, because if you notice, they're making podcasts both audio and visual. Spotify is working with that. They released, I think there was 5 podcasts that they released both audio and visual. So you can literally have your podcast and you can show the animals as well. So again, I know you can do this. If you are a pet parent or you know a pet parent or you have enough information that you can share with other pet parents, podcasting is perfect. And if you want to learn, again, I had 3 discovery calls this morning. I've got 2 more for tomorrow, I think. Yeah, 2 more for tomorrow. You can schedule your 30-minute the 30-minute discovery call by sending an email to info@ablakeenterprises.com. And if you want to schedule your 90-minute mini coaching session after the fact, which is what a lot of people do, that's $97. And with that, you get a copy of the Podcasting Your Purpose workbook. So send an email to info@ablakeenterprises and sign up for August, because I'm ready to book on August already. But this is a great resource. This is a book that I created that is available on Amazon.com, but you can order it directly from me for only $15.99 free shipping. And in this, it is so much information. Not only do I talk about what is a podcast, but why start a podcast. And today and every day, I come to you Monday through Friday, giving you reasons why, tips and topics on podcasting. And you should really think about starting your own podcast, because there's power in podcasting. And I talk about that in the workbook as well. In here is planning a podcast, because you know what I like to say: if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Your content, your schedule. How often are you going to be speaking? How often are you going to be producing a podcast? This morning, I had a client call, and we talked about her and her host. What would be the best day for them all to get together to have a podcast? So again, that's what you want to think about. Doing a solo podcast, you just have yourself. But when you have co-hosts, you got to make sure that everyone's schedule is working. So talk about that. Podcasting like a pro. Hardware. Are you going to use a condenser mic, your phone, a Yeti mic? Are you going to use Audacity or GarageBand to clean it up? What are you going to do? Or are you just going to have fun and just going to wing it like on Anchor FM? I talk about promotion pointers. Again, that is one of the biggest pain points, I think, out of 2, is promoting your podcast. How are you promoting your podcast? First and foremost, it depends on who your target market audience is. On my second discovery call, I asked the client, well, who are you trying to reach? Are you trying to reach recent college graduates? Perhaps you're looking for boomers like myself, or even seniors who are reinventing themselves. And that will determine which platforms that you should use. For the younger generation, you got TikTok, you got Snapchat. You're kind of probably going to be there on Instagram as well. But if it's the boomers and beyond, Facebook, Pinterest. If you're going, it all depends on who you're going after, and that will determine how you will promote your podcast. And using emails, newsletters as well is also a great way to promote your podcast. So I talk about that as well. And then again, podcasting for profit. I tell people that you don't want to start out, looking on for ways to earn money, but you definitely want to be sure that you are ready for when that happens. Like I said, if you're a pet parent and you go to a particular store and you buy products or services from there, if it's a grooming place or whatever, animal hospital, and you use their services, if you promote them, perhaps there's a way for them to be a sponsor or run ads on your podcast. So there are many ways in which to sponsor and monetize your podcast. Hosting plans. Anchor FM is free. It's owned by Spotify. And one of the questions was, well, what other platforms will Anchor promote your podcast on? Well, there's 11 platforms, including iHeartRadio. Wait a minute, not iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, iTunes. That's the one I was talking about. And so many other ones. So you need to check it out. And if you're interested in learning more about podcasting, the book is available for $15.99. If you're subscribing to my blog at delblogger.com, I have the basic blogging tips for beginners book. And as the book bundle, it's only $26 free shipping. So you can either order the Podcasting Your Purpose book directly from Amazon.com for $15.99 plus shipping and handling, or you can go to delblogger.com and order your basic blogging tips for beginners, $9.99 plus shipping. But you can send an email right to me to get them both for $26 free shipping. You can't beat that with the stick. So today is a great day to think about starting your podcast, thinking about that topic. And again, if you are a pet parent, someone that has a cat or a dog or, even goldfish, turtles, whatever, and you want to share your knowledge with other new pet owners or those that have, want to learn more, this is a great way in which to do so, because sharing your voice, your vision, and your mission with someone else is providing valuable information. And why not get started today? So if you want to check out this week's podcast, blog your way to a business profit, make sure you take down that tiny URL /blog to profit, the number 2. So I talk about blogging tips and trends that are going to turn your passion into a profit every Wednesday at 1, and then every Saturday at 10 on Anchor FM. I have podcasting pointers and tips for you, which is great to get more information, not only from here on my YouTube channel, but also on my podcast. You can find and follow me on all my social media platforms using the URL Del Blogger, right? Linktree ID Del Blogger. And again, I am so excited about starting a new week. So much going on. Again, podcasting is my passion. Podcasting Your Purpose is what I want you to do. I want you to think about it. And I want you to connect with me if you're interested in that 30-minute discovery call, complimentary, so we can determine what is your topic, what is your description, when do you want to do it, intro, outro music, artwork. There's just so much that goes on with creating a podcast. And the more podcasters we have out there, the better off we'll be, because we all can literally change someone's life. So until the next time, stay smart, stay safe, and stay social, still from a distance, because I will see you in cyberspace. See ya. It's the DE Diva, aka the Delaware blogger. And don't forget, Wednesday, Michelle Obama drops her podcast. And tomorrow, I'll give you the top 10 podcasting questions of the weekend on Tuesday. All right. See ya. Have a beautifully blessed day. Bye-bye.